University of Iowa, yeah.
All right, so welcome to Diaspora Scholars TV. We are at the University of Iowa at Iowa City in Iowa, and we are here to meet David Lomoywara.
Yes.
Who is a PhD student in journalism and mass communication.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so right now I'm a PhD candidate.
Yes.
But I used to be a PhD.
Oh, you are a candidate now?
I'm a candidate right now. So
oh, wow. Congratulations.
Probably before the end of this year, I'll be on a job market. And, I'll be applying for various opportunities, teaching.
All right. So
positions.
on that camera, tell us a little bit about, some of your skill sets, and you'll be out there very soon. So on that camera, what have you studied here? Some of the areas you researched on, because there are people watching, and probably they're just gonna be able to call you right away. So on that camera, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So at the University of Iowa, I mostly teach courses like Introduction to Social Media and also Reporting and Writing. Those are the main ones I can talk about right now. So for instance, Introduction to Social Media, it's a course that cuts across. And when you teach students, they want to implement that in their daily lives, activities, professionalism. So that's what I teach. And introduction, reporting and writing is a fundamental skill set for journalists. So I teach them basic skills that they can use to go and collect information from various sources, and then also use the style that is required to, for instance, introduction, where you have the lead and using a pyramid style of writing and all that. So that's what I teach at the moment.
So are you looking at teaching positions or research assistant positions, or academic jobs, industry jobs? What particularly is your focus, or right now you're open?
Yeah, right now I'm open, but I would really like to narrow down to academia.
Okay.
So where I can get an opportunity to teach and share my experiences with students, and also how they can use that to go and practice out there.
How they can use that to go and practice out there.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And of course you come with lots of experiences of resilience as well, having grown up in West Pokot in Kenya.
Yeah.
Lots of resilience on your part, to try and overcome some cultural barriers, some of which you mentioned a little bit. Could you speak to that a little bit, so that our viewers can also understand?
Some of the barriers that we really encounter as
members from the Pokots,
not even Pokot, from
Africa.
From Africa is definitely language differences. So that is one. Even the way we pronounce back in, let's say, Kenya, and the way they pronounce things here in the US is somehow different. But you have to smoothly adapt to that. And that's why maybe sometimes you'll hear me talking about Iowa City. It's not because I want to say Iowa City, but it's because that's how people talk here.
I wanted to mention that, and I'm glad David has finally said it. I was gonna say but could you hear Pokot saying city?
Yeah, before that I used to say Iowa City, and my students will say, what's that?
What is that about?
I have to adapt to that.
Wow. Wow, amazing. So so we are at Iowa City right now, and there's graduation going on. You see, people are preparing for a graduation party. You're gonna be walking soon.
Yeah, probably next year I'll be able to
walk as well.
As well, yeah.
Wonderful. I also wanted to give you a chance, to talk to the people from, Kenya, particularly from West Pokot.
Yeah, so I would like to tell my people that, education is the key to everything. And I've been mentioning this in terms of, people advancing their education from one level to the other one. For instance, they can, apply for different programs, master's programs, PhD. There are so many in the US, and that's what I came to realize. And it's not only that I came to realize, but it's a push. So for someone who wants to get an opportunity to, you have to get out of that comfort zone. So that's what I can tell most of the people I want to speak to are those who want to advance their education. So there are so many opportunities, the way you were saying, in the US. So, and I remember when I joined this program at the University of Iowa, my first, end of first semester, I went back home. I traveled back home and I organized for a mentorship program for my people from Kenya to be able to understand what is really happening over here. So I was able to, talk to them, share with them so many opportunities, and I even brought on board other scholars. I call them storied scholars, like Professor Franklin Matangi. There is another professor in Indiana. He's called Kevin Mudavadi, and also Lul. Those are some of the scholars who really supported me when I organized for that mentorship program. So I want to tell my people in Kenya and also specifically West Pokot, there are so many opportunities, as you see here in Iowa City and other places. So those who completed their degrees, you can always...
how can they apply to University of Iowa? How can they apply? So sometimes, just being able to direct them to the right resources, of course, they can reach out to you.
Definitely, there are so many ways you can get information. For instance, you can go to our website, the University of Iowa, you narrow down to School of Journalism and Mass Communication, and then you will see a place where they've put that call for application. And they always give specific information, the deadline when you're supposed to apply, some of the things you need to have, requirements for that, so that you prepare in advance before applying. And what most people miss about this is that aspect of preparation. It's not something that you can just look at it within a day and make an application. It's something that takes time.
It takes time
preparing your CV, the resume, documents, all those documents. Takes time. So it needs, people who can really mentor you to be able to
achieve what you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, I interviewed recently a doctor from Uganda, and he told me he was coming from a region called the Apache region in Uganda, very remote place. And I remember telling him, it reminds me of parts of West Pokot and parts of Turkana.
Yeah.
And in that interview, actually, he spoke to the people of Apache in their local language.
Yeah.
So on that camera, can you talk to the people of Soy Ward in West Pokot? Because we do this for a reason. And I remember you saying that you are speaking to those who want to be able to go to school. Can you also speak to those who don't want to go to school in West Pokot in your language?
You got me off guard for this. So
that's my job.
I'll try my best for this. So, which language do you want me to?
To your mother
Swahili
tongue.
Or
mother tongue in Pokot language. Whichever.
So, cow West Pokot aninyete mondangwa kurenan David Lomoywara. Mita school yo kuro the University of Iowa nyomi olete Iowa City. Kuro Iowa City cow olo bolete kuro Iowa City. So mita school mita chakelete nyokaram konyorwa to so kakpaswa nete olete maga pichete ke parasta ngala masomo maga mochine pikachan kumukul le kerosa ngala masomo nyaman ketana mon ngecho ke pa school ke pa university ke pa wale ke cheng program tin chopo masters ngo PhD lenyina mita olete ya PhD nyepo journalism and mass communication aga ngona kaut mara mingi kwa Koko Radio kwa North Rift kwa Kalia FM muka mochine wanafunzi cho kiku wang degree le new opportunities cho changolete lesa walo makinichi kutakaratasin kachi nyokaram So Saranyoman Bachoni bado tutaongea.
That is David speaking to the people of Pokot in their language to be able to be encouraged to come to school.
Yeah, you know what I did is
Go ahead.
It's not easy to kind of switch to your local dialect. Especially when you've been away for that long. You can imagine I'm interacting with students here in the US and scholars, and that link is disconnected in a way. But I really I've really tried up the information is going out there.
The information
but,
go out there. We leave them to be the judge of how you did.
Yeah.
There's another the other people I want you to speak to. Speak to your family right in Kenya. I know they are trying maybe to come and apply for school, want to come here as well.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
Speak to your wife.
Okay, so I'll like to tell my people that there are so many opportunities here in the US, and it calls for someone to, the way I said, get out of the comfort zone. For instance, I have so many friends we school together. I like to urge them to apply for opportunities in their field of specialization. So if I was able to, go through that process, and I got this offer at the University of Iowa, which was very competitive, then I believe you are also up to the task. So I would like to urge you, when the call is out, probably in October, November, till next year, January to February, you can always, try that option. And it's not only here, there are so many other places you can also apply abroad. So depending on what you want to further your studies in. So that's what I want to tell my people, my wife, and my brothers and sisters and everyone. We've always said the motto has always been, I will try. And that's what made me to be here today. And you can always use that motto to always try. So thank you so much.
Thank you indeed, and this is Diaspora Scholars TV. We do this for the sake of being able to promote scholars like David right now, getting the job market out there. So if they want to reach you, you have a LinkedIn?
So if yes, I have a LinkedIn. My name is David Lomoywara. Which other platform do you want to?
Social media?
Social media, I'm using David Lomoywara as well. That is Facebook, and X, the same name. So you can always go there, see what I've been doing. But the main thing is now that I'm transitioning from being a candidate and also looking for opportunities, I would like to anywhere I can teach those courses and so many other courses in journalism and mass communication.
We will also put the profile and the link of David Lomoywara on the description of this video as well. So just check the description and you'll be able to get a direct link to David Lomoywara's LinkedIn page. We'll also put his profile on the Kenya Science and Diaspora website under the journalism and mass communication team, where you can also be able to find a link to his profile as well, including his CV as well, because that's what we do, folks, linking up resources and opportunities to scholars who are resident in North America.
Yeah,
we want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
I know it's sometimes emotional when you are living through your life in a short time.
Yeah.
You did great. You've even spoken to the people of Pokot.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that you'll still solve their problem?
Okay, so for my people from West Pokot, let me now put in this language, yes.
Yeah.
So I know you wanted to call me down to say maybe I want to go to politics, but I insisted that education is the key